Hey there, Aquarius. Welcome or welcome back to Stars Aligned Oracle YouTube channel and the Lucky Stars community. Get started here with your love reading for the week of April 5th through April 11th. As a reminder, my readings are for entertainment and are general in nature. They may or may not resonate for everybody, so please do take what is for you and leave what isn't. For those of you liking and sharing the videos, thank you so much. It does help others to be able to see these messages that might not otherwise. I also want to give a huge shout out to all of the new and returning viewers and subscribers. Thank you also so much for being here. I truly appreciate each and every one of you. All right. Happy hump day, everybody. Happy Wednesday. So thankful that you are all here showing up, and hopefully you are all having a most amazing week. I do want to say, if you have noticed, that I am kind of experimenting with some different lighting. So if it's a little bit different, that is why. I'm just going to check it out for a few videos here, see what I think. If you like this lighting, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. The more, not the subscribe button, I meant the like button, but hit the subscribe button as well, so that I can know that this lighting works well. I'm just not using as many lights, and I'm using more natural light just because I felt like for a little bit there was a lot of shadowing. So we're just checking it out, experimenting, seeing what kind of comes through with it. All right. Also, speaking of hitting that subscribe button, please do check to see if you think that you are subscribed to the channel. Please do check to confirm that you still are, as each year it seems YouTube does a kind of where it arbitrarily goes through and unsubscribes people from the channels, and it seems that that is what is happening during this time, as there's just been a lot of, and maybe some of you aren't subscribing, but it's quite a bit, and I'm not the only one. Oh, that is way too many. Who has noticed that lots of other channels have as well. So please do check and confirm that you are still subscribed to the channel if you think that you are, okay? And hit the subscribe button also, right? There's no harm in that. It's free to subscribe to the channel, so go ahead and hit that subscribe button. These cards are being a little sticky, so we're just going to pull the top one here. Now let's see, Aquarius, what the overall energy for love for you is this week. Oh, interesting. Okay. The first card that you have is we're doing two cards for the overall energy here. It says, my beloved, though we may be physically apart, spiritually, we are always united. For love transcends space and time. Nothing is missing. Okay. Ooh, feeling a little out of breath. So some of you may be feeling as if you are working harder. Obviously, I haven't been doing anything but talking to you over the last couple of minutes. That out of breath energy is just kind of coming through. So that may be something that some of you or many of you have been feeling as of late as far as love goes, like you're like potentially running towards each other. It's like I'm seeing people with an Eiffel Tower in the background, like running towards each other. Some of you may feel like you're like missing each other though, like one of you is here and one of you is running here. It's like you're not connecting, okay, with that out of breath energy, Aquarius. So that's interesting. For those of you that are feeling that way, let's see what the message comes through. You also, with that overall energy, have the sword and the rose: clarity, truth, revelation, solidarity, force, humor, protection, power, Aquarius. Okay, so you have, feeling that energy still. Some of you, love feels like it feels like you're just not connecting. Okay, it feels like you guys are kind of being physically apart, right, as this says, but there's this energy that clarity, that truth, that sword and the rose, right, that there is going to be this energy coming in where it is as if you're going to have that communication, and or you're going to be able to connect to kind of get into the same headspace or the same on the same page as far as love goes. The nothing is missing energy feels as if this overall energy is positive energy, Aquarius, even though that's what I'm kind of seeing. For some of you, you may be on a romantic trip to Paris, because as I said, that Eiffel Tower came through there in the background of those two people. It may just be that some of you are there for schooling, for work, or for something, and that you may be there with your special person or your specific person, and they may actually be in school or work, or vice versa, and it just seems like you guys aren't, you're missing each other, or you're not quite connecting. That energy feels as if it's going to potentially be clearing up, Aquarius, because this overall energy is nothing is missing. Okay, and that there is clarity and truth coming through, that there is this energy of kind of having a revelation of sorts, or kind of honoring, right, being protected. So it's almost as if your relationship is protected during, for some of you, this difficult time. So for some of you, there may be that feeling of difficulty within the relationship, that feeling of working extra hard, hence being out of breath, right, to get this to work. But it does feel like, with the overall energy, that there is going to be a positive outcome. But let's get some more information on this here, if this wants to come through. Nothing seems to be coming out. I don't use these cards very often here, Aquarius, as you probably know, because they are holographic. Okay, these guys all came out. So let's see. They're a little bit harder to see. Okay, so some of you have the Five of Cups coming through here, Aquarius. Interesting energy. So some of you, there may be this energy. See, this is why I don't use them very often. I feel like they're difficult to see. They probably aren't. There you go. Some of you, there may be that a breakup. Some of you may have actually went separate ways with that Five of Cups, and there's that grief, there's that sadness, there's you know, that feeling of emptiness, and or you're potentially on the verge of this. Now, this isn't the outcome, Aquarius. This may be where you guys are coming into this week, right? For some of you, there's just a lot of built up tension. And so again, having that energy of not quite connecting, of missing each other, okay? Now you also have the Four of Swords coming in here. So you've got the 5 and the 4 coming in, and that's interesting because you have the Sword and the Rose as the overall energy here as well, Aquarius. But the Four of Swords energy is coming in here. It kind of feels as if it's a strong energy. It's almost as if some of you are like, have made a decision to just take a break, and that feeling out of breath energy is really energy of being focused on yourself during this time, or kind of putting your energy or your focus into work, okay, instead of thinking about romance or love, okay? For some of you, this could be beneficial, but for others of you, it's not going to be. There's a potential for others of you that this is kind of just shying away from the feelings and the emotions, putting your energy into something else, and that's why that out of breath kind of energy was coming through. Because you're doing everything except for paying attention to, and again, it feels like you're just missing the mark, almost as if with that analogy, or that not connecting, the two people going different ways. For some of you, it's almost as if you may be going two different ways from yourself, like your emotional body, right, and the emotions that you need to work through as far as whatever this is for you, Aquarius, this relationship ending potentially, or, you know, deciding to step away from a relationship, or looking for love. It's like your emotional body here, and the pain and the kind of grief that some of you may be feeling with that Five of Cups energy. It's like it's here, and you're like trying to do everything to sidestep it and work harder and do stuff to keep your attention, but that's not going anywhere. So for some of you, it's coming through with that Sword in the Stone, that truth, that honesty, that clarity, that it's just time to really focus on and pay attention to kind of whatever it is as far as the relationship that you may be going through, whether it's that sadness or grief as far as maybe not connecting on the same level, or maybe the breakup, if that is what is what resonates for you here, Aquarius. But then you also have the Nine of Cups coming through, okay? So this Nine of Cups energy is coming through. Now, if you can tell, you have, you know, the cups and the cups. So cups emotions are kind of overflowing within this relationship reading. But this is also your feelings and the relationships in general with cups. But that Nine of Cups energy is coming through with kind of moving into this energy as a space of appreciation, okay? So for some of you, as that was coming through with that Eiffel Tower in the background of you guys just kind of not connecting, there's this appreciation that's going to begin growing for the time that you guys do connect, for the time that you guys do spend together with this Nine of Cups. Instead of feeling as if, you know, you're grieving or you're not connecting, it's going to be this appreciation for the time that you guys do spend together that makes it that much more valuable for you, okay? This energy that's coming in, right, with this Nine of Cups card here is really coming through with that kind of positive leading to that positive. For some of you, staying focused within that Five of Cups energy has kind of left you feeling that Four of Swords energy. Right? Left you feeling as if you kind of are at a loss with that Four of Swords, with that energy of feeling as if, you know, it's time to withdraw, it's time to be alone, it's time to just not think about it, worry about it, just take a break, right? From love, from romance, from this person, from whatever. Maybe they don't want to spend time with me, so they're feeling their time. That is kind of the energy coming through. And it's going to, with this Nine of Swords, it's moving back into that positive energy, like this aha, like that that energy, that with the revelation, right? With that overall energy, it's like the revelation that, you know what, sometimes work schedules or school schedules or whatever this may specifically be, it's sometimes it's stuff that we maybe can't control, like our boss or the company or the school or whatever. So this is really coming through with kind of this energy of having almost this balancing out, right? Having this positive energy, or feeling into that cheerful energy as far as romance goes, or the time you do get to spend with each other, or being around a specific person, or being in an energy of love that is kind of pulling you back into that positive aspect as far as love goes. For some of you, you know, nothing is missing is this overall kind of energy, because some of you may be feeling as if this is something that is happening, or that you're going through, or right, because of something that you have said or done, or because of who you are. And Spirit is coming through with this energy, Aquarius. This is a really big message for some of you. This is a very impactful, and then you got the Lovers. Yeah. A very impactful message for some of you, that this doesn't, you know, it doesn't fall on one side or the other. And to put it in this idea, that, you know, that some of you have been living in, that this is happening, or whatever is going on with relationship, or with loss, or feeling that there's a missing piece, or that you're physically apart, that you're not connecting, is all your fault. Spirit is coming through with this energy, of course, to, you know, it's time to look at it from a different perspective. It's time to really begin to see that it's not, right? It takes two to tango. There's other things at play, and it's not on you. Okay, that is the big thing coming through. So for some of you, I know that we can get into those spaces as human beings of being like, okay, what am I doing wrong? What's happening? What am I doing? Why don't they want to spend time with me? Or why are they working so much? Or why this or why that? Or am I doing this to myself as well? Aquarius, why am I not dealing with this emotional energy? I'm trying to, you know, that is something that, you know, it's your responsibility. Okay, it is your responsibility to work on, but that there is other things at play here as well. Okay, and as far as your specific person, this relationship, whatever, this isn't just you, because some of you may have been feeling that what am I doing wrong? What could I do better? How could I do this? Or what can I do to bring them back? Or what can I do to, you know, that kind of thing. And it's coming through, Aquarius, that dealing with this emotional body is what you can do. Okay, the what you need to do. But the Lovers is here, so there is some balancing out, as you know, that positive turn. There is some balancing out that is going to be coming through as far as love goes. So you are not missing anything. Nothing is missing, Aquarius. It's not, you're not missing anything. You're not missing, right? That just is what keeps coming through. Hopefully the message is coming through as in a way that you can understand and that resonates with you here, Aquarius. But there is that Lover's energy. There is that supportive energy. There is that energy of union, of alignment, or you know, working to get on the same page. But there is a potential choice, or some choices in love, that are going to need to be coming through. Okay, and that may just be that choice to begin to shy away from looking for pieces that are missing, or things that aren't there, and start to notice what is working, what is, you know, there. Okay, all right, let's go ahead and see. Last card for this is consider your foundation. Look at how committed you are to love. Okay, interesting energy to end the reading with here, Aquarius. So are you committed to love? Or are you committed to, I know this is going to sound a bit harsh, to noticing what is missing, even if nothing is? Deep question. Okay. deep question. Consider your foundation. What is it that you're willing to focus on? All right. Are you willing to focus on the fact that you're not connecting and focus on you maybe working more and denying those feelings that are there? Or are you willing to focus on the times that you connect, being grateful, being super, excited for that energy, and on, the things that are things that you can work on for yourself, and noticing what is there instead of paying attention to what is feels like it's missing. There's a lot of revelations coming through. There's clarity and truth that is meant to come through for you, Aquarius, this week as far as love goes, as far as a relationship, or that shying away from a relationship goes. Is it that you are deciding that these emotions are more powerful than you, and you just can't look at them? Or is it that you're shying away because you need to heal and look at these emotions, and you're realizing that there's a lot going on here, Aquarius? But in that overall energy, with the, not the overall energy, but in the positive aspect, you do have that Nine of Cups. So there is energy coming through. You also have that revelation and that energy of always being united, right? And that reminder that love does transcend space and time. So for some of you, this may be a loss or a grief for somebody who is no longer with us here physically. And you do what you need to do. Allow yourself to grieve that and to heal from that, okay? Because that just came in as a little side note at the very end. But all right, so consider your foundation, Aquarius. Look at how committed you are to love. Is this, but it goes both ways as well, right? It's not just you, as we talked about here within this, right? You aren't the only person. It does take two to tango. So all right, hopefully this came through. It seemed a little kind of back and forth. Anyway, I do intend this resonated with you and for you. If it did, please do hit the like button and share this video. It does help others to be able to see these messages that might not otherwise. Also, feel free to hit the subscribe button and the bell icon so you're notified every time I upload new readings. It is free for you to subscribe to the YouTube channel, and it does support the Lucky Stars community in growing and thriving. As always, I do wish you lots of hope, lots of joy, and lots of love with all of your current and future endeavors. I'll see you in the next reading.